We have 7 days and counting before another mega surge could come in for the silver price, because there have been some hidden flashing signals that are pointing out to us over on X that we're going to be talking about in today's video with Trump, and also with the broader state of the silver market as well, because there are some interesting correlations playing out right now around the world, geopolitics, silver price, and I want to share with you something very, very important that could potentially happen in the next 7 days. It's going to take the market by surprise. So if you enjoy the content, you want the next update, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe as well so you get all that intel, and let's get straight into it. So you can see right here, if you were paying very, very close attention to the price of silver, we have been rocketing. So it has been climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And right here, this flash point, you can see a significant sell-off price drop in the price of silver. So it went from about $93 and it went down to about $86. And I have to say, in the long term, this is like a nothing burger, but I just want to talk about the short term, why this is happening. And this is perfectly correlated to exactly what we had on the radar yesterday, and how this could potentially play into the next 7-day window for silver. So if you have a look at this candle, this is correlated in perfectly with what Trump said about 12 hours ago. So have a look at this. President Trump has told Iran he does not want war and will not launch an attack, according to Iran's ambassador to Pakistan. Oil prices are down sharply on the news. But there's more to this story, which we will reveal. So why did Trump say that? Why did, at the last, literally, I think it was like a minute to go, because the jets were literally over the border. There was footage literally posted of jets flying into Iran, and literally with about 60 seconds to go, they decided to turn back. They decided not to drop the missiles, not to drop the bombs, and this took everyone by surprise. And the reason that sources are saying this is being reported is right here. So if we have a look, it does say Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to Trump on Wednesday and asked him to wait to give Israel more time to prepare for possible retaliation from Iran. An Israeli source said that in addition to concerns about retaliation, the current plan by the US includes strikes on security force targets in Iran, but it's not seen by Israel as strong or effective enough to meaningfully destabilize the Islamic regime. And we also have this tweet coming out right here, where he talks about Benjamin Netanyahu's request to postpone a plan for an American military attack right here. And one of the primary reasons was because these guys are not fully prepared just yet. So I want to stress it's a yet thing. So it doesn't mean this is being called off forever. And this is why there is potentially a false sense of security that is drifting around on the internet. And we do know in the past, Trump has done some pretty interesting moves when it comes to geopolitics. So even though there has been a bit of a drop off from silver from about $93 to about $86 on that news, I still think in the next 7 days this might reverse. So once the preparations are in, I do think there's still a good chance this can actually happen. If we have a look at the money is telling us right now it has dropped about 14% in the last 24 hours. So by January the 31st, you're looking at about a 37% chance. But also, just watch out for what happens next right here, because things are still hot, things are still heated. And you can see right here, the silver price, this hasn't been a cataclysmic drop-off. So we were expecting that attack to happen yesterday, but Trump has, again, surprised everyone with his move. But I have to say, remember the fundamentals of silver, what's actually behind this. This is not like, an empty metal. This is a required metal for the future economy, okay? Solar panels, robotics, military industrial use. So, this is a very, very sought after metal. So I still think, even though, yes, we are seeing volatility in the short term, long term, you have to watch out for it. We are seeing some signals out of Trump, which are interesting. Again, board of peace. So we'll see how that goes. We'll have an optimistic mind about that. but also just watch out for the next 7 days and what really happens in the Middle East. So if we do get another surprise, and remember with President Trump, he is very, very hard to predict. So out of all the, the leaders, sometimes his trying to predict exactly how he's going to play things is hard, because he is renowned for 5D chess moves, right? He knows that he can give out signals, confuse opponents, and then strike when things are totally unexpected out there. And you can actually see right here live data from Iran. Flights have resumed across the country, but even having said that, you can actually see there are, most planes are actually still avoiding the area because it's still very, very hot right now. So if we have a look at the technical price levels for silver, again, very strong performance, not really a massive crash, but I do think people should consider the Middle East situation, especially the next 7 days, in what potentially could spiral right here. And again, there is really I wouldn't say there's much of a dip at all on silver. You look at the, say, daily, for example, there is barely any dip on this. Like, this is $90 silver, right? So this is fundamentally extremely strong. So silver winning, silver stackers winning, silver price winning right now. And yeah, we are only analyzing the short term, but remember just how big this could go in the long term. So look, I'm not going to be surprised if one day we look back and we're looking at like, $150 silver, $250 silver. Could we potentially see, $500 silver? Just crazy numbers happen in the future. Look, as this world gets a little bit more, chaotic, right? So just watch out for the geopolitics. That's a major silver update for today. If you enjoyed it, like the video. If you want the next update to see what happens with Trump and the Middle East and the silver price and some of this big geopolitical and economic news, guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate you tuning in. Go have a great day. See you in the next one. Economic Zeus signing out.